Last night, the Atlanta Hawks traded away DeJounte Murray, and now Trae Young is left on a team that doesn't look like it's ready to contend. So today, I'm going to be trading Trae Young to the San Antonio Spurs and rebuilding the Spurs with Trae and Wemby. I feel like Young almost makes too much sense for the Spurs. Sure, you can say he's a bad defensive player, but the Spurs have Victor Wembanyama, who's an incredible defensive player and can cover up for him. Also, you look at the Spurs last season, they didn't really have that floor general who could get Wembanyama involved. And Trae Young, he's usually at the top of the league in assists every single season. So he just seems like a perfect fit, and the Spurs could return some of those picks to the Atlanta Hawks. Overall, I'm really excited at the idea of adding Trae to San Antonio. However, I am aware that that's not going to be enough to make this team a contender. So we'll probably have to do some more moves throughout this rebuild. But the first big move we're going to make is going out and getting Trae Young. We're going to start it off with Zach Collins and Keldon Johnson. And obviously, they're going to say no to that. But how about we give you your first round pick next year? Okay, they still say no. How about another one? And boom, that will do it. We give the Hawks 2 firsts, a couple players, and all of a sudden, Trae Young is a San Antonio Spur. And now we're headed into free agency where I don't really think we have any money to spend. No, we're not really in a position to go after any big players. However, if we traded Devin Vassell and Devontae Graham, we could nearly clear up a max slot. Is that something we should do? Maybe. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. It seems like too good not to do. I mean, we just got to trade Vassell, get a couple picks, boom. Now we've already got over 30 mil in cap space, and then trading Devontae Graham will get me even more. Now, to have about like 50 mil, we would only have to trade like 1 or 2 more players, so I might go ahead and do that while I'm here. Let's just go ahead and trade for Jock Landale, and then we'll flip Jock for some first round picks, and we should be all good to go from there. I'm really interested to see what happens with Paul George's free agency. I'm recording this right now. It's 4:17, and I think Paul George only has like an hour or so to make his decision. I could be a little bit off on that, but all I know is Paul George doesn't have much time to make his decision on his player option, and I'm a Golden State Warriors fan, and it seems like if he opts in to that player option, there's a chance he could get traded to the Golden State Warriors after opting in. So I'm really banking on him picking up that option because it seems like we're going to lose Clay this offseason. We need somebody else to replace him, and obviously Paul George would be a very high quality replacement for Klay Thompson. Now, we're not going to go after LeBron James here in free agency. I will offer Tyrese Maxey a contract here, but he's not interested. I don't want PG. He's a little bit too old. I wish Siakam was here in free agency, but he isn't. Why did I clear up this cap space? Now I'm realizing I shouldn't have even done this because I was thinking Spicy P, Pascal Siakam, would be available here. But I guess instead the approach we're going to take is just wait a couple days, right? And then on day one, I'm going to see if some guys are willing to come to the team, just be role players on a discount. We'll give Isaiah Hartenstein a 2-year, boom, we land to him. DeMar DeRozan's still available. What type of offers does he have? Okay, he's going to Orlando. Oh man, now like some of the best players available are Josh Richardson and Derrick Jones. Oh no, yeah, this is bad. I guess we could sign Precious Achua to a contract. There we go. We land him. We land Josh Richardson. How much money do we have left? Okay, we're still sitting on some money. And the thing is about having all these players who are on tradable contracts is it'll give me flexibility. And what do I mean by tradable contract? Contracts essentially is guys who are making like 10 to 20 million. Those salaries are pretty easy to move off of, and we'll have a lot of players on those type of deals. So I think that'll be helpful for us in this upcoming season. Obviously, I don't believe this team is a contender by any means just yet, but I think that we can be contenders soon. So what we're going to do to reach that contender status is just go ahead, start the season, right? Simulate for a little bit, see how we're playing, see who's playing well, see who isn't, and then we'll make adjustments from there. So yeah, I want this year to be a season where we at least make the play-in tournament, and I don't think that's possible with the current roster, but with a couple of the right moves around the edges, I think we will be good to go. Also, I know there's a lot of different rebuilds I need to post here on the channel, but I'm going to be honest with y'all, I've just had so much content that I've been doing over these past couple days. There hasn't really been time for some of the rebuilds, and I apologize. And sometimes I have had time and been like, dang, I've just recorded so many videos today. I don't want to record another one because as much as I love making videos, man, I'm not trying to get burnt out on it. Like one day, on the day of the second round of the draft, I recorded like 6 videos. And then the next day I was like, man, I'm not really trying to record 6 videos again today. So I took a day off from posting here on the second channel. Also, why are we winning so many basketball games? Is this Trae and Wemby duo just that good that even with a garbage supporting cast, we're incredible? Because if that's the case, that's awesome, man. Also, 2K, can we get past today? Can we simulate? There we go, man. Bro, it baffles me how slow this simulation goes, especially because we've done throwback videos on older 2Ks like 18, 19, and man, in some of those, the simulation was moving. Like, I promise you, if stuff like the social media tab is slowing down the game, okay, this is definitely slowing down the game. Look at how slow it goes when I scroll through this. This is lagging the game, and I promise you, there's probably 3 people who care about this. So can we just get rid of that? Because y'all see how much text that is. It's probably lagging the game. Why not remove it or make it smaller? And then, maybe the game won't go so dang slow. Paul George, please come to the Golden State Warriors, man. I know that's a completely different tangent than what I was just on before, and I was talking about Paul George a second ago, but man, I just keep seeing stuff on social media about PG, and I just want to see him on my basketball team, man, because I feel like otherwise the Warriors don't really have an avenue to add more talent. I mean, Paul George, he definitely has had his playoff shortcomings. However, I would welcome him to Golden State with open arms because it seems like it's kind of we get PG or we probably end up with nobody. So I would like to have Paul George over nobody. Now, right now, we are 34-15, and I'm going to change our status to buying. We're trying to go out there and get players. So hopefully teams will see that and they'll be willing to give me some players, right? Now, I do want to see who's playing well and who isn't. Clearly, something's working here in San Antonio because the numbers from Trae and Wembanyama are insane. Wemby isn't even playing as many minutes as I would like him to, so we'll probably shorten up the rotation later, but look at the estimated wins. It's Trae, it's Wembanyama. Nobody else is good. So, yeah, it seems like we could really move on from anybody here and it wouldn't really matter as long as we keep Trae Young and Victor Wembanyama. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to look for the right players to add to this roster. Maybe like some wing defenders. That would be cool. Ja Morant's available as usual in these rebuilds at this point. But like just getting a wing who's tall, can defend at a high level. Obviously, those players aren't very easy to come by. But let me just go like shooting guard, small forward, see if anybody is exciting to me here. Ooh, like Jalen Suggs from the Magic. Yeah, he'd be a great pickup for our team. Is Suggs putting up good numbers, though? He's putting up 13. We don't need him to score a lot, but it seems like he's efficient when he is shooting the ball. That's really all I need from you. We'll offer you Isaiah Hartenstein. I'll give you Malachi Branham as well. They can't afford that, so y'all can just throw me like Alec Burks. They're going to say no. How about our pick this year? Dang, that has no value. I guess rightfully so because, we're kind of good at basketball. We'll throw a couple seconds. They're still going to say no. How about one more first and we've got a deal? Dang, man, come on, work with me here. I feel like this is a reasonable offer. One more first. Dang, bro. Are y'all being serious right now? How about a 29? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Actually, I do have an idea here that might convince the Magic to work with me. How about we go Jeremy Sohan? Now this doesn't work financially. We throw in Kevin Love. They're still going to say no, that was expected. How about we throw in picks now? We should definitely have a deal. We'll do a Celtics and then we'll throw another Spurs or a Minnesota, sure. Oh my gosh, man. All right. They forced my hand here. I need to throw them a valuable pick. So we're going to throw them that Utah Jazz first round. Dang! Dang, man, can y'all just take my trade? All right, this is it. This is the most I'm offering. I'm not offering a Clippers swap. I know how the Clippers get. They suck. So we'll do Spurs. Boom. Okay, there we go. We get Jalen Suggs. Did I overpay? Most definitely, but I'm not too mad at it. Now I think we're going to go trade finder for a lot of these other trades. I think we can find decent players to be the trade finder. There's Aaron Gordon. Yeah, talk about a wing who can defend, who can score a little bit. He knows how to get to the right places. He dunks. Like, yeah, we want Aaron Gordon here in San Antonio. He'll be the new starting power forward. Had to pause the recording to check my notifications. Every time I see a notification pop up, I think, oh man, is Paul George about to be a Warrior? And every single time, I'm disappointed. I'm sure after I drop this video, like right after, we'll get the Paul George news. Ooh, we could go Jaden McDaniels at small forward. That sounds fun. Welcome to the team, Jaden McDaniels. So the starting five will be Trae Young, Jalen Suggs, Jaden McDaniels, and then Victor Wembanyama. Now the bench could definitely use some work, but that's why we have all these draft picks. We can improve the bench. We can bring back Trey Jones Gafford, a proven role player who can play well in the playoffs. Sounds good to me. We want to keep Castle around. He hasn't played yet, but I think that'll change after this deadline. I want him to start getting some run. B Pods off the bench. We probably should prioritize getting some guys who can defend off the bench. So Ayo Dosunmu could be a good player to go for. We'll run him at the backup too. We've got Castle, Dosunmu, Gafford, and then let's get like a small forward who can defend pretty well. That sounds nice for this basketball team. Am I seeing anybody just yet? Can Vince Williams defend? Honestly, I couldn't tell you, but usually his offensive numbers are pretty terrible here in 2K, so I don't think he's our guy. Maybe Christian Brown. He's won a chip with the Denver Nuggets. I am kind of taking a bit of a different approach with this rebuild. In a lot of the rebuilds, I'm kind of just like, okay, let's go get all the best basketball players and we'll win a title. But sometimes that doesn't work. So today I'm shifting my focus. I'm trying to, put together a team that I feel like would make sense in real life, that could be cohesive and gel together and have chemistry and everything in real life. So that's what I'm aiming for today. Maybe I'm doing a terrible job of it, but you know what? I'm trying my best here. We do need a power forward, and I saw Kevin Love was pretty good in the estimated wins category, so we're actually going to bring him back, and then we'll slide Love to the 4 where he goes up. Now we've got a really good 10-man rotation that I'm a big fan of, so let's go ahead and jump to the end of the season and see how many games we end up winning, see if these trades were the right ones. We were already doing so well with just the addition of Trae and then like random role players on the roster, so now that we have good defenders and players who make sense around Trae and Wemby, I feel like we might just be unstoppable. We're nearing the end of the season here, and the team has just continued to play great basketball after the moves I made, so I'm really excited about the playoffs. But also, I want to thank you guys for all the support on both the channels. Here on the second channel, things have been going incredibly well, and over on the main channel, things have just been ridiculous, man. That Bronny simulation, the Bronny career simulation I dropped right after he got drafted, is approaching 100,000 views already, man, which is just unreal to say. But anyway, back to the video. I just wanted to say thank you. And anyway, man, Victor Wembanyama, All-NBA second team. Trae Young, All-NBA third team. What an incredible duo. And we won 57 games. The rest of the conference, they really didn't even compare. Round 1, we'll be taking on the Los Angeles Clippers, who have no logo for whatever reason, but we beat them in 5. Next up, it'll be the Kings. We're up 3-2, and we close it out in 6. Next up, it'll be a battle of the bigs here. Wembanyama versus Jokic. Jokic. Now, we did steal Aaron Gordon from them, which makes me feel good going into this series. I feel like that'll help our chances right here. We're down 2-1. We're down 3-1. Forget what I said about AG. The Nuggets just have too much experience. That was our first season, though, and I was talking about earlier how I would have been fine if we were a play-in team, just get a little bit of playoff experience, but this team made it all the way to the conference finals, which gives me confidence in them moving forward. I feel like we can do a lot of damage. Now, did we have picks in this year's draft? No, we didn't. Okay, I was just making sure I didn't skip right by that, and we actually had draft capital. Now, in this year's free agency, there are some elite players available. However, I'm thinking we probably stand pat with our group. I really like the group that we've gotten together, and a lot of times I trade away a lot of my players so that I can sign big free agents, but this time I'm going to be responsible, and I'm just going to bring back my guy Jalen Suggs, sign whoever I can afford, and we'll just keep hooping. You know what I mean? Okay, Grayson, way to ruin the mood. We could go Marvin Bagley here. Why not? Give me Bagley. Let's go. Welcome to the team, Marvin. And now we got player progression coming up. I think progression should be good for this team. Yeah, man. Of course, Wembanyama's going up. Jalen Suggs is going up a bit. Jaden McDaniels. I like the way things are going for this squad. Now, I am going to move Bagley to the 4 because with Kevin Love regressing, I think it'll make sense to have Bagley kind of take up some of his minutes. And yeah, that's what we're going to do for now. We'll go ahead and get the season started. We'll take a similar approach to last year where I see how the team performs and then I go ahead and make some adjustments from there because that seemed to work pretty well. I know we didn't win the chip, but the team did make it far in the playoffs. So I'm not mad at all at how the team did last season. We are cooking right now, 43-9. Now, the only thing really to do here is just to check and see if anybody's underperforming in a big way. I mean, clearly Trae and Wemby are great. Oh my gosh, almost 18 wins added. That is nuts. Gordon's been good. Castle's been good. Daniel Gafford has been good. Bagley, Suggs. Suggs has been cool, but for the money we were paying him, the fact that he's a starter, I actually would have hoped he'd be more impactful. Jaden McDaniels. Jaden, I wanted you to come in here and be an impactful player. They've got KD, but we've got Jaden McDaniels. But clearly, that's just not the case here. We're going to have to move off of our guy Jaden, which is very unfortunate. Do we switch him out for a different wing like Asar Thompson? Maybe, but we might run into the same problem if Asar's not going to be able to knock down his shots. I still kind of want to take that risk, though, and go after Asar. We could also get a man, but you know what? We're going to go for the other twin. Welcome to the team, Asar Thompson. Now, also, I want to look at trading Gafford. We got another player in that last trade. Who was it? I can't even remember. Let's see who we have at point guard, 2 guard. I can't remember who we just got in that last trade. I couldn't tell you. All right, bro. Let's go ahead and go with Jalen Suggs, K Love, and we want to get a better 2. Derek White is interesting. He's playing pretty well here in the simulation. Nothing too crazy. We could explore the idea of adding a 3rd star using Suggs' salary, which is something I wouldn't exactly be opposed to just because we do have good role players. Sometimes I don't like the idea of going all in for stars, but I think with the supporting cast we have, we would be fine if we traded for another star player. Now, if we're looking for a star, it's going to be a shooting guard, right? Maybe like a Cade Cunningham. Now, the Hornets are buying, but their record isn't that good, so maybe we could convince them to give up Cade Cunningham. I don't know. But I've spent some time looking around the league, and I think Cade Cunningham will probably be the best possible option here. So we're going to go Jalen Suggs, right? We'll call up the Hornets and be like, hey, what do y'all want in terms of draft capital in addition to Jalen Suggs for Cade Cunningham? We don't have a ton of picks, but we do have a few, and I'm hoping they can be enough to get this deal done. We've got 2 firsts here in addition to a 2nd, a 3rd first, and 1 more 2nd. They're going to say no. Okay, do we have any players we could throw in? Maybe like K Love. They're going to say no. I would throw in Io, I guess. Dang. Okay, so I don't know if we're going to find our improvement improvement at the shooting guard, which is fine, I guess. We'll just go ahead and keep it running the way we've been running it. It looks like we do need a backup small forward because we have Trae Jones and Castle off the bench. Did we just trade for Trae? Oh, that's what we did. We just traded for Trae. Okay, now that makes sense. Let's just go get a decent 3 who can come off the bench for us. What's Oubre doing? Nothing. He's playing bad. So I don't want Kelly Oubre. Is there anybody here? Sadiq Bey? Oh man, no, we're good. How about Max Strus? How's he shooting on the season? Okay, yeah, he's been really good. So we're gonna go Max Strus. They'll also give us a pick here, and now we should be all good to go to close out this season. Hopefully, we can finish out the season strong after those moves I just made. We're nearing the end of the season, and right now it is 4:40, and based on what I'm seeing, I think Paul George only has 20 minutes to make his decision on free agency. So I've got my phone right next to me. Bro, y'all might see a live reaction if this rebuild keeps going to what happens with Paul George. But, man, PG, you better opt in and be like, I want to go to Golden State. That's what I really want to see, especially, oh my gosh, I just got a notification. I'm going to check it right here, right now. Tell me it's the Paul George news. Oh my gosh, wait, he declined and entered free agency, and the opt-in and trade scenario is gone? No! Oh my gosh. Oh, the Warriors are cooked. Steph, I wouldn't even blame you if you requested a trade, dog. So Paul George can maybe go to like Philadelphia or something, or Orlando. All right, anyway. Wembanyama wins MVP. Sorry, Wemby. I'm not mad at you. You know, you're playing great basketball. All-NBA first team, 65 wins. Round 1, we got Minnesota, and we take care of them in 5. Round 2, it'll be the Mavericks. We take care of them in 5. Conference Finals, we got OKC. We're up 3-1. They win game 5 and 6. Great. That's awesome. Wemby, let's just go ahead and blow a 3-1 to Chet. Who is our coach? Why is he so bad? I've got to start paying attention to the coaching staff, man. It's always something I overlook. Give me Michael Stauffer. Yes, I'm firing my coach mid-playoffs because I feel like we need somebody better. We're going to make this an 8-man rotation, and Mike Stauffer, his first ever game as a coach, is going to be a Game 7. And guess what? It will be a Game 7 win. Right, Mike? Right, Mike? Yeah, Mike. We're moving on to the NBA Finals, where we'll be taking on the Indiana Pacers. Oh, man, this is a nice team. Okay, we got some comp here. Game 1 will go to Indy. They win Game 2 as well. Okay. All right, we win a game. We win 2. Oh, man. We might have ourselves a series right here. Let's jump in the Simcast for Game 6. Oh, man, not a good start. We might be cooked. Oh, we're coming back a little bit. No. Maybe? No. Yeah, it's over with. Okay. So we're out of here. We lose in the NBA Finals. So it's once again back to the drawing board. And I've been going with this approach of, I'm going to get the right role players. You know, we're going to be smart about this. And that isn't working. It wins us regular season games, but it doesn't win us playoff games. I mean, it won us some playoff games. It got us to the finals. Why is Kevin Durant a 99 overall? But anyway, it got us to the finals, right? However, after that point, we lost. And ultimately, it doesn't matter if you lose in the first round or the finals. You're not a champion either way, right? So we've got to do something to make some improvements, some changes. I don't know what it is. I just figured it out. It's bringing in Simone Fontecchio. Let's go. Welcome to the squad, Fontecchio. And now we are headed to player progression. Victor Wembanyama is going up. Trae Young staying the same. Okay, Gordon goes down. All right, team looks good. We'll see where we're at in the wins column and then reevaluate from there. I'm not really sure what to do, though, man. I feel like the team has just played so well and then come up short in the playoffs, which makes me, not want to break things up or make any major moves because we've been such an elite regular season team. I believe in the team. Right now we are 37-15 and we're the 1 seed. I'm not doing anything right now besides re-signing Trae Young and Aaron Gordon and keeping it pushing, okay? Because I really think the team's going to make it happen this year. Maybe I shouldn't think that. And based off of what I'm seeing right now, going back to the Paul George stuff, because half this video has been me talking about Paul George. It seems like it could be Philadelphia that he goes to. Maybe he goes back to the Clippers if they give him the money he wants. Is Orlando in the mix? I don't know. I haven't seen them mentioned a ton, but they do have cap space, so maybe they're an option. But I feel like at this point, it's probably Philly or the Clippers. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Luka Doncic wins an MVP award here, Wembanyama with the DPOY. Honestly, I don't care about the numbers. I just care about winning a championship. Round 1, we take down the Blazers. Round 2, it'll be the T-Wolves. We beat them easily. Conference Finals, it's MVP Luka, and we take them down easily. So a quick trip to the finals against the Hawks, Trae's former team. This is a role player super team. This team is garbage. They're led by Zachary Rizichet, Z Rizzy, and I'm sorry, Z Rizzy, but you're about to get cooked, man. We're up 3-0. They won a game, but we beat them in 5. I knew the guys could do it. Shout out to the Spurs. Trae Young and Wembanyama win an NBA championship together. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.